Hello and welcome back. Sean here, Mountains Garage, in the beautiful, sunny state of Maine. It's a Saturday. I'm shooting this intro at the end of the video because today totally went off the rails. I came out this morning, mid-morning, with the best intentions. Well, let's back up. I got up early, but I didn't feel like doing anything. I had a slight headache, so I sat in my chair. Watched a few videos until I decided I was going to come out and strip the engine out of the Dodge Dart. One step closer to shoving it outside and dragging in the 56 wagon. We covered that to do a little mock-up. I wasn't 3 minutes in when my buddy called and the day took a turn. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday morning. I'm going to spend an hour or so and tear everything out, drivetrain-wise, out of the 64 Dart. That will allow me to weld up the subframe, or K-member, I guess it's technically called, in a Mopar. Finish all the pipes, paint the manifolds, pretty everything up. Underhood needs lots of work as well before the assembled engine goes back in, but one step at a time. Let's tear it down. Please excuse the wind noise, but I wasn't 3 minutes into working on the Dart when my buddy called, the same guy I got the 56 wagon from, and wanted to know if I had the emergency brake spreader bar for an 8.5-inch Camaro rear end. And I did, out in the woods. So I popped it out and I drove down to his house. He had this set of yellow traction bars for me for the 56. We went digging for them, and honest to God, by the time we're done, my truck is full. I have in that cardboard box with the blue tape on it, it's a pair of 600 Hollies. That is a Oldsmobile Pontiac style narrowed rear with a brand new set of Moser engineering axles. And a positive traction for the pig. I don't know what gear it is, I haven't looked yet. Some kind of 4-bar front suspension thing, bunch of rods with rod ends, never a bad thing. That is a small block Chevy one-piece seal block with aftermarket caps. It just was a line board. I got to measure the bore. I'm hoping it's 30 over 4-inch because I have a set of 30 over 5.7 rod length Wiseco forged pistons, a set of Eagle 5.7 rods, an unknown camshaft, a set of Brodex 18-degree heads. One is perfect, the other one had a catastrophe. A bolt went down through, I guess. It was had a blower motor without a screen under the blower, and some kind of bolt went down through. And the valves and springs and retainers are lost for that cylinder. But I can probably make something out of these. And to finish it all up, a Speedway hot rod type 4-link kit. I just went down to pick up my traction bars. It's a Hoarder's paradise. But wait, there's more. The pistons are for a 375 stroke. So that makes a 383. I just saw a one-piece seal 383 crankshaft for sale. I just got to remember where. The box is a engine rolling storage stand that I got to put on the 505. But to top it all off, he gave me a brand new grill that's been sitting around in his trailer. It's never even been lit. I hit mine with my snowplow a couple years ago and I've never replaced it. Tonight I'm cooking steak on that thing. Turns out the cobs are a pair of 390 4 barrels. One is a choke, one doesn't. That's pretty cool. I have a dual quad LS Holley manifold, just like I have them on my Model A. I bought it on the clearance rack from Holley a long time ago. Now I got a pair of carburetors for it. I actually have a set of 450s also, but hey, these are free. Me and my best friend working together. Using a little bit of swap meet logic, If your ring gear is thin and the head of your pinion is big, it's going to be a high ratio. Low numerically. This is a 308 gear. Not exactly what you'd want on a narrowed rear end setup. But hey, the makings are there, I guess, for find a ring and pinion. Might have something. In this case, it looked like somebody spun it around to do the math. 40 divided by 13, 307.6 something, so call it 308. Sticking with the swap meet logic, the block is 30 over. So this will work with a little bit of effort and a crankshaft. I took the bottle from the stainless grill that I ran over with the snowplow, stuck it on here, and even the sparkers worked. Got 3 burners. They're all lit up right now. I'm going to let it burn off. Let me clean up the trays. Came with a full set of tools. This is fun. So the red Dodge is empty once again. My whole day is shot. I still have one more mess to deal with in the back of the Suburban. Over 3 years ago, my brother Bob, who's not my actual brother, we just all call him Brother Bob, wanted to sell me this 97 454. So we made a deal, which I don't even remember at this point. And it was stored at his uncle's garage. You know how that goes. Wednesday night I get a call. He says, hey, I dug that motor out. It needs to be gone by Saturday. I happened to be in the Suburban, heading out on a different mission, and well, here it is. The back of the Suburban is full of junk I also need to deal with, and today is shot. I might as well deal with this today as well. These engines actually make, or have potential to make, really good power. They have an improved head over the peanut port, although when I picked them up, after spending the day handling the aluminum heads in the 505, I wanted to throw these in the iron dumpster. They are heavy. For the rest of the block, I'm sure it's 4-bolt. It's a Gen 5. Yeah, I believe there's no fuel pump boss. It's smooth as a Ken doll where the fuel pump should be. It's all there. I mean, I got the intake, and I forget what was wrong with it. It might have been knocking. But another piece of junk to stash somewhere for a project in the future. And speaking of oddities, early in the 50s, 55, the modern Chevy V8 came out. They had that top bolt hole. And then after a while, it disappeared for 4 decades. This is a 97 block, and there it is. It is Gen 5, 290 horse, Vortec 7400. I Googled it. This unknown year one-piece seal small block I just picked up also has the top bolt hole. Very interesting. When I get it unwrapped, I'll determine the year. Other than the billet main caps and the new align bore, who knows what I'm going to find in this thing. This is a 2-piece scatter shield I'm going to run in the 56 wagon. That has the top bolt hole, like most aftermarket bell housings do. But the 505 block, nothing. There's a page. It's being passed around the internet. I read it on Facebook about the good old days. You know, when fast food was a treat, not a food group, staying out until the streetlights came on. That's my childhood. And everything else on that page, actually, I lived that. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned the joy really early of going to flea markets and yard sales with my mother. Some days would score things that she really wanted. One day I brought home a mini bike that didn't run. $15. My big brother rebuilt the engine in it, and I rode it for the next 10 years. That's a lot of joy. Modern day, I've never sought to impress anybody with my clothes or my flashy vehicles. Everything I do is because I enjoy the art of the deal, the feeling of saving money, Everything I'm wearing today, for the most part, is a hand-me-down. My dad passed on a year and a half ago. He had a whole closet full of jeans and stuff, and I've been wearing them ever since. With pride. This sweatshirt, my big sister, somebody left it at her house. She washed it and brought it over one day and gave it to me. That's true love. She knows I could buy a sweatshirt, but she knows I'm also going to enjoy this one. As a kid, she once gave me for Christmas a sweatshirt with my name on it. It was number 36. It was blue with red letters, numbers. I wore that thing out. I wore it till I was a teenager, mid-teens anyway, till it didn't fit anymore. What's my point? You don't need to spend a ton of money to have a good time. I enjoyed today more than I did going to Disney. So, hope you have a great day. I'll catch you in a couple days. I'll try to get back on track. All I accomplished today was stashing more stuff. This entire shop and storage area is like a sponge, and it sucked up another truckload of stuff. I hope I live long enough to process all this stuff. I feel bad for anybody that has to come along behind me and sort this stuff out, because man, oh man. Have a good day.